Hi guys, this is my review for Season 10, Episode 11, Shabbat Shalom. So the last few minutes of this episode were some of the most intense minutes of NCIS we've had in years. I don't even know if I've completely processed it as of filming this video, but wow. So we had not one but two big deaths in this episode. The first one was Eli's death, which we pretty much saw coming, but that didn't make it any less emotional. I really like Eli, but I had already sort of accepted his death before the episode even aired, so the idea of him being dead didn't really affect me. But Ziva's reaction, wow, just wow. Seeing her that devastated was hard to watch, and even if you're not that familiar with the show, you can't help but feel for her. Her crying Abba was like a knife to the heart. Because even after all they've been through, all that's just happened in this episode, when she sees him dead, that just all goes away. And now she's just a little girl who always wanted his approval, who stood on stage looking in the audience for her father and never finding him, and it's heartbreaking. The second and more unexpected death was that of Jackie. Her death is just so devastating because, you know, I loved her. She was such a great character, and her and Vance were such a great couple, and they have kids. I know in the next episode when the kids are there, it's gonna be so hard to watch. So, backing up a bit, this episode starts out so funny, you'd almost never guess where they were going. But then again, this is NCIS, so mixing humor with absolute emotional devastation is one of the things it knows how to get away with. We get some cuteness, courtesy of Ziva's fake baby bump from a never-before-seen undercover op. And we also get some case stuff, which is about as exciting as it can get. One of my favorite parts is when Ziva sees the picture on the big screen of Ziva's hat and she knows instantly what happened, and that the killer they've been looking for all along is her father. And just seeing her come to that realization, and then in a few seconds her smile is back, her poker face is back on. I love it. I want to call it her spy face. So Ziva confronts Eli, and boy, is it emotional. You know, even though Eli is a murderer, which honestly really isn't all that surprising, I mean, you just can't help but feel bad for the guy. He's just so desperate to save his job, to win back the respect of his daughter, to make peace, and it all goes horribly wrong. So they have dinner at Vance's place, and Ziva tries to remain calm, but as her father just stands there and talks about God and family, she just can't take it, and she storms out. And it makes it extra sad because she's going to have to look back and realize that those were her last few moments with her father. And then the moment when she calls Gibbs and says simply, "My father killed Tyler Wilkes," and then the scene explodes with gunfire. I loved it. It was amazing, just brilliant. And then we are treated to Ziva being a bamf and chasing the guy down. NCIS, you were doing it right. And then we cut to Tony and McGee arriving at Vance's house. They enter and find Vance covered in blood, applying some sort of first aid, but who is bleeding out? We don't know. And I think at this point, we assume that there's only going to be one death, so like, you know, is it Jackie? Is it Eli? We were so young and naive. So then Gibbs meets up with Ziva, they find the shooter, but before they can get to him, he commits suicide, and Ziva kicks him, that's great. And, you know, who hired him? Who was he? You know, that's all. For next week, after this, we return to Vance's house, and Ziva finds her father's body, and she cries. I cry. We all cry. Then we cut to Gibbs's vigil outside the ER. Vance emerges and says simply, "She's dead. My wife is dead." Everyone is dead, okay? I'm dead, you're dead, NCIS has killed the whole fandom. Hope they're happy. So I'm gonna give this episode 4.5 out of a possible 5 calf pows. I love this episode. The writing is amazing. It all comes together. It's got that, you know, life-changing NCIS episode quality, which I love. I don't really know why it's not a 5. I feel like 5s are like my favorite episodes, and I don't know if this is a favorite episode yet. I haven't figured it out, but I really like it. You know, I'm kind of like excited in kind of a perverse way because I feel like this is gonna like really shake up the show. It's gonna shake up Vance and Ziva mostly, and I think the aftermath has like the potential to be amazing. But I don't want to set my expectations too high because I want Vance and Ziva to team up in a badass action movie international revenge mission. But I know that that might not happen, so I guess I'll just have to reserve myself to hoping that it goes well. Although, judging from the promo, it seems that it might be Tony and Ziva teaming up revenge mission style. Which I can't complain because that seems totally awesome. My name is Eva DeFeed. You killed my father. prepare to die. Also, in this picture is Eva wearing her coat with the red lining because I love the coat with the red lining. I'm so excited. Next week's gonna be awesome.